reporting there from Kos. Well, let's stay in Greece, but move on now to the latest on the country's debt crisis. As we mentioned, the government has approved a third bailout worth $95 billion. And for more on that, we're joined by Pavlos Eleftheriadis. He's an associate professor of law at Mansfield College, Oxford, and joins us now live from London. Thanks very much for being with us. Yet another bailout for Greece, then. Is this going to be the last one?
Well, it's a very different bailout this time, because for the first time we have agreement between basically three-quarters of Parliament. And remember, Tsipras was the champion of opposition to the first two memorandums. So now he's switched sides. I think this is a significantly different political landscape.
And meanwhile, the German parliament is going to need to approve this deal before those funds can eventually be released. And the Eurozone, of course, Germany is the Eurozone's biggest economy by far. It contributes the most to Greece's bailouts. We can see here some Germans, including the finance minister, Wolfgang Schäuble, have complained that it's the German taxpayer picking up the bill. But the Leibniz Institute for Economic Research has said Germany is $109 billion better off since 2010 because of the Greek crisis, which has spooked investors and driven them towards the safety of Germany. That's allowed Germany to pay lower interest rates on its debt, a benefit that far outweighs its contributions to the Greek bailout. So what is the feeling about this in Berlin?
Well, I don't think people in Berlin talk about this very much. I mean, they want to portray the Greeks as the sort of, I suppose it's their fault that the crisis happened. But if you look at how the Eurozone has worked over 10 years, the big economies are the big victors. They've gained most. In Germany, I suppose, most of all. The Eurozone seems to be, I suppose, designed for success. And if you fail, there are no measures you can take to pick yourself up. So once Greece failed in 2008, it didn't have the policy tools to pick itself up. It was locked into this currency union. So Germany is the big, I suppose, in some respects, it's a free rider on the Eurozone, because it basically depends on the fact that other countries cannot devalue. And Germany exports its products to all of the other members of the Eurozone. So it's gained so much. So I think Germany will look at the big picture, and that there has to be reform in the Eurozone, and Greece has to be in it. If Greece leaves, it'll be a major political crisis. I mean, if you look at the situation now, Tsipras basically has given in. I find that his position is unsustainable. I think he's been humiliated, because for 5 years he was saying there's an alternative, we don't need bailouts, we don't need austerity, and now he's agreed. So it's a totally new beginning.
Mr. Eleftheriadis, thank you very much indeed for joining us live from London. Now, the Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has promised that his country will never again wage another war.